Yo, welcome everybody to another BBEO bi-weekly number 36. And Outplayed is getting ever closer, so we're going to see people definitely prepare and warm up for that, especially the ones that have been able to win the really high-stakes battle of being sponsored by our very own Hoon. So great to see that the energy is still high, and to match that, I'm joined here by our very own Cloud, who is finally freed from real life stuff. Cloud, how are you doing?
I hope everyone is having a fine day. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good and looking forward to some BB action. How about you?
Yeah, most definitely. It's an interesting list of players that we got signed up here, especially seeing some returning names as well as the ever rich character variety. It's great to see like Dr. Hex pulling up. We also got Morph Red hopping in, which is great. Some names that have taken a bit of a break to also make a return. I think like I know making a grand shine once again. So definitely looking forward to all this as we're going to be hopping straight into Dr. Hacks versus Healing Potato.
Yeah, so for this matchup, I mean, you play Susan yourself. You
Mhm.
probably know it may not. I mean, Doctor Hax, to be fair, is a very strong player, so that will surely factor in. But the matchup itself, it's generally not too much of a fun time for Susan here.
No, definitely. It's a very patient gameplay you're gonna have to put on Susan's side, as you have to just, deal with the fact that yes, air dash back round start is just the go-to option. But the moment that Dr. Hex can get in, right, you can already see the immediate burst panic there from Healing Potato.
We are 90 seconds in and both of the players have already bursted. It'd be like that sometimes, you know?
It do be like that sometimes. It surprises me though from Dr. Hex's side that he would burst so soon, but nevertheless, right, to be Healing Potato that's gonna come out on top for the time being, racking up that damage and slowly pushing him towards the corner, but smartly maintaining his distance away from his opponent, just like that, getting an opening with the frame trap here. We piling on the hurt. The drill still at level 1, but we'll see if that changes maybe with the drill 6D reset.
Yeah, and right now Dr. Axe is just desperately trying to get out because the big issue in this matchup is like, it's not even neutral honestly, it's just once you start blocking a mana, especially if he has level 2 or even 3, is like, it's really hard to get out. So the priority is just not getting there.
Ooh, okay. Good routing there from Dr. Hacks. The DP is on lock and the level 2 spin dash. Unfortunately, wasn't able to land it earlier, but nevertheless here, we got Healing Potato off a great throw. Has Dr. Hacks is back towards the corner here, just quickly harassing, and there we go. The importance of having that DP unlocked nice and early, able to just mash out some of these pressure sequences with a big ol' invuln button.
Gets the frame trap for the confirm, and that will be Dr. Axe closing out the round. So far, so good on the seal side. However, you probably wanna keep the overdrive this time for when you truly need it. And oh, okay, Polito with some really good blocks on the overhead here, and getting some pretty nasty air throws, honestly.
Oh, absolutely. Holding down the pressure, the patience, yes. Good Exceed Excel there. That was going to be very difficult to find the mash out on the 6D activation. And just like that, the JA jump in. That's going to be the burst from Potato. The active flow is taken away. And there we go. The level
Oh
2
my.
spin dash may utilize it. Oh, but the 5A anti-air. My goodness, the bravery there from
Well,
Healing Potato.
that 5A hit on top of the sky, what was that?
I mean, for one part, Amane definitely has a really capable 5A for anti-airing. So when you can find an angle to utilize it, it's definitely going to be a very strong tool to be able to have in your pocket. But at the same time, it's just so surprising it worked against Spin Dash of all moves, where it can be rather active and just be this big ball of pain that you just have to respect for a bit.
Just be nice enough. I don't
Exactly.
know.
Just gap.
Okay, getting the Chushi afraid of the burst there. That
Justifiably
will,
so, but able to find an opening here while the OD is taken away, which means that on the next knockdown, there is no more do-overs for Potato. Doesn't quite get the counter hit confirmed there, and is slowly chasing down
yep.
Potato here.
Also, even though he baited Potato's overdrive, this is actually a very scary spot for him because Amane, as one of those, even if you bait his overdrive, he still kind of wins because now he has his resources all locked in. However,
Wait, this is the 4K.
Yes, sir. That is a chunky. Oh,
Oh! The last hit
my
there on
bad,
the
sir.
ground Viper.
My bad, sir. I was not aware of your game. I apologize.
Sometimes you just gotta send it. You've played the game for long enough. It was all cute, but now getting the
That's
roll
a
catch
big
with the
one.
6B, this is big damage. Unlocks the ground Viper. Surprised to see the Calamity, but nevertheless finds another hit, and there's the burst out. Significant damage already being dealt to Potato.
A try 20, but that JB for money just hitting the ground. Keeping it safe. Baiter versus Super. Can we get a nice punish? Unfortunately, the drops are coming in. Finds another opening. Oki. The 6D. That's bad. Burst will come back in time for Dr. Hacks, but still not an ideal spot to be in here.
This damage, 4.8k. I mean, the question is Dr. Hack's going to utilize the burst here? Decides to not barrier, wants to leave what little he has for absolute emergency situation. Finds the OD, baits out
my.
Super, just barely surviving all that chip and just going to go straight into the Super here and get that damage for the kill. Dr. Hack's on a lifeline, able to make it through 2-1 against Healing Potato.
That was such a bold move on Potato's end. Like, you have Dr. X popping overdrive while airborne, and I think he may have been plus, but obviously taking your turn can still be risky because of EA. But he just decided to winger versus super there. Like, okay, I mean, it could have worked, but it was for sure a very risky choice, and it did not end up paying off, unfortunately.
It's like a two. It covered for two angles, right? Like on one hand, it was just supposed to be a YOLO maneuver to blow through possibly mash after overdrive. At the same time, we did see it nearly got the chip kill as well, breaking through the barrier. If it had just a couple more hits, or maybe if Potato was bold enough to use the other super that Amane has that spawns the multiple drills to actually get some chip damage running. But as we saw previously, that attempt to use that super got him clipped out by the very last hit of the ground Viper from Susanoo. So reasonably, we can understand why he would be apprehensive to use it again on a very variable mash-heavy situation.
Yeah, for sure. So that will be Dr. Hacks moving on in the bracket. And who do we have next up, actually? I'm not sure.
It seems to be
Hi.
High Axel versus is is that Don Weepo? No, it's Don. It's a different Don.
Too many downs out there. But yeah, it will be Axel versus. I'm not aware of this other Dawn, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. So curious to see who they play. Will only revealed in due time when we figure out who on earth is this absolutely absurd name. Because sadly, can't really investigate on challenge too quickly. Actually, I should be able to look into the standings. Who this is? Nope. That's just their whole ass account name. It's just Don Pitote.
Uh, it's an interesting name, you know.
Yeah, it seemed from what I can gather, an active Strife player. So,
Okay. Interesting.
but the fact that they're running something like Calazon Hater, I don't know. Nevertheless, right, Naoto, definitely one of those characters that people really gravitate towards early when they see CF. They're just like, oh wow, this character that does dash cancels, he's really cool and has like extensive combo routings and theory to him. But then you get to the part where you have to play neutral on him.
Look, I know what you're trying to say. I will not abide by that ideology. Oh my god, the NDP neutral.
Yeah, that neutral -7 DP on minus frames.
Like
Yeah, bro.
I don't. I mean, he doesn't have like the passive kind of neutral, but he has kind of a really good. I'm gonna throw myself at you kind of neutral, if you know.
Yeah, I can understand the idea that he is very much a bullet being thrown at the opponent, but ultimately it's very high risk. There's gonna be a lot of characters that can really deny him. Like,
Oh my god.
we
Speaking
could,
of high risk.
we could play like this, but you know, at the same time, you run the risk of just being absolutely mauled here by counter hit punishes. So good on High Axel to have those routings down to really hammer home that just letting the DPs rip is not always going to be working out. See ya.
Man really likes his DP, I guess. He doesn't even need the 50 to wait for the 50 meter.
Wow,
Okay,
excellent
nice.
IBs from High Axel as well.
Yeah, very nice punishes coming in. We got the sides up too. Cross up. Tries to bait burst.
Okay, I'm definitely seeing some very beginner-esque... Ooh, okay, a little fuzzy. Seeing some very beginner-esque stuff coming out here from Calazon Hater or Don Pitote, because from the most part, we see, like, shift sway cancel into... Okay, it's very confusing now, because I'm, like, seeing sway into sway cancel, but we're not seeing the...
Oh my.
Yeah, this is interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely seeing the beginner side of things right now.
See, I was in that timeline of thinking, but then I see some very technical cancels coming out from Don Pitote, so we'll see where this takes us.
Ooh, nice with the air dash JB closing out the round. But yeah, I mean, you know, sometimes you do have those people where it's like, I'm just gonna sit in training mode and grind the execution down to the last bit and nothing else thereafter.
That's very true, because it's a very easy thing to get to labbing, but now we're starting to see the tick throws come out. Okay, interesting. Divine Reaper Ender. And that 3.8k on the table, going for the empty jump throw there, but Axel surviving for the time being, but really just getting exposed here by just the willingness for Don Pitote to just press his biggest buttons and being rewarded for it. That could have been a very nasty crouch confirm for the finish, but...
The 2D coming in clutch. Axel now still on a sliver of life though. Anything will kill him like that 5A mesh coming in. Okay, Axel is one match down. Interesting.
Light droppage. But yeah, I think the thing that's setting my beginner alarm bells off is the fact that not too crazy of a stagger pressure is coming out, because we're talking about one of the premier stagger pressure characters in this game, and to see autopiloting from through his normal revolver chain into the overhead is definitely just like, oh, I know this is my one mix, and I'll just check if my opponent can or can't block this.
Yeah, like now those stagger pressure is like, as far as normal guy pressure goes, it's just as good as it gets, really. And you know, most notably stuff like his 5A and the Gatling stuff of that. But you often see him just go with the 5B, like there, for example.
Yep.
Just straight into the B and C normals, which is definitely unusual.
Yeah, ooh, getting tagged to the back of the head with the taco kick there. That should be the kill here for Axel. Just keeping it simple, going straight into the Ashura, and that is going to be a round. Can High Axel tie up the scoreboard? The burst gate situation is looking pretty comparable for both, as they are on burst for High Axel and just slightly away for Don Pitote here.
Good confirm from Axel there. Going for the side swap. Oh, that juicy hitting behind.
It's okay.
Oh, we connected from all the way up there.
And the resets too. Okay, we know the grime. That's really funny.
Yeah, not the first time either. Like those, that's already the second time he's been going for that reset, on top of some others too. That 5A not punishing. Keep it simple. Yes, sir. And now Calazon on set point up against Iaxel. Very nicely done, really.
Absolutely here. Okay, going for the YOLO sweep here. J2C, but immediately just pressing, doesn't hold too much respect for what High Axel's pulling off on pressure here. And now we can see High Axel patiently just trying to go use the barrier to create a little bit of space, setting up the bumpers in the air, hoping to find a confirm. And just like that, able to get something working off of the counter hit. 2 seals on the table, going for the 5 seal on wake up, but still Don Pitote is mashing for his life here.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate mistimed meaty, and you can be sure Calazon is taking advantage of that.
Mm.
Oh my god, explosions, DP everywhere. What's next? The 2D coming in. Gets him in the corner. 3 CRC, interesting.
It's gonna get the confirm off of that. All sealed on long is gonna make for a very powerful overdrive, as well
Now
as the
with the
man grab super.
Shipugeki
Yeah, there it is.
online. Do you? He does not know the gimmick. He does not know.
50-meter on bang with full seals unlocked. I invite you to jump, see what happens.
I mean, to be fair, like Naoto has some. Obviously, the first and foremost, you have like the air DP. That's really important. If you don't have like an air reversal of the sort, that's already not that great against the bang with Shipugeki. But even and he also has some like very big and very active air normals to just press. Like both of those really help when Bang got all 4 seals and those 50-meter.
Yeah, I think only the DP really have as a reactionary option. Oh my god, that's a big fatal starter and no burst on the table. Fortunately, IXO can't quite bring it home. Did go for the fatal exclusive conversions, but 5D, or so JD air explosion, and then
Oh my.
baited DP. That should spell the end here for Dumpy Tota in this round. No, a quick drop.
Okay, that's a bait. Not a punish though. He does still get a combo. Drops are coming in. No block on the 6A. Okay, keeping it simple here. That's fair.
Trying to create space, but as soon as the moment that High Axel would want to press, he just gets opened up. Unfortunately, slight execution errors. The tightness of some of these executions on the side from Anato is starting to have
Oh,
its effect
super.
on. Ooh, sweaty confirm. Let's go.
Yeah, very good awareness there on the super to kill, so to deny the burst.
Okay,
And now
Dumpy Tota is back in
Kalizon
the way.
back on set point.
That's good IBs, and just like that, makes -3 into -6, gets a clean punish. Side swap to go with it. Taco kick almost gets a sway, but it's such a fast little wake-up mix situation that Bang is throwing out there. It's not enough to be able to just go for the shift sway, because
Oh,
they just
blocks on the bank 5C though. We got those two. Not
Oos.
that one.
Not gonna be quite killed just yet, is it?
If he spent
Uh,
overdrive.
I don't think he would want to do that, being currently that is Dumpy Tote's set point.
Yeah,
Yeah, pixel
just
health here,
barely
but
not
like
enough.
this one just seems impossible to finish out. Does get DP, but there's so much health for Dumpy Tote to get through, and a whiff throw. The handshake from just a slightly too far off, and that's now set point for both players.
Wait, on the poison nail, we'll take those. Good beats coming in from my Axel this set. No punish on the whiff here though.
Ooh. Axel suffering a lot of hits here, especially not the greatest, like not the crazy amount of conversions, but just constant stray hits has led to him just taking all of this damage.
Oh my god.
Ooh, JD. Aggressive burst, keep it trapped in the corner again, whiffing the throw, and just like that, the JD able to get the low crush, but still doesn't stop Dumpy Tote for sending that DP to Taco Kick, trying to be extra extravagant on the movement, but
Oh my.
smasher from
My.
there.
Oh my.
Gets opening for the
No
reset.
confirms. And another might just do it.
The JB,
And
the last hit.
hit will do it. That's not gonna be a kill, but can I actually pull this off?
Axel can put some really, really good damage here. Goes for the
Yes, the
purple throw, and
purple
that
throw.
the last bit of cheese he needed, especially with the poison needle ticking away at the health there. High Axel just barely, with the quick reaction check on his opponent, able to cinch it out 2-1.
Yeah, just barely clinging off on to life there, which is very unfortunate because Calizon was getting a lot of just stray hits in or hits that he could have converted into just some very big damage, but not quite pulling those off. It for sure would have made a difference, with more practice.
Yeah, I mean, for what the showing is right now, is that it definitely looks really good on Don Pitote's side, like good aggression, decent awareness of resources and situations to be able to lock out options from their opponents. So Definitely looking forward to if they're able to stick around on this game to put some work into Naoto, because especially the Naoto old heads leaving the character behind, dissatisfied with his current state, or current state, like I said, he would ever get patched. But the way that what they would have to do to make Naoto work in the current state of characters being played in EU Central Fiction.
Indeed. So next up, we have a quite interesting matchup. So we have Cyrus that got a really good placement at Foon's tournament for the Outplate trip, and also some other as well. I think he's been. I've seen him a bit as of recent, and we also have Dullahan. So both proven to be quite the strong players, uh, and also on both on the Susanoo unit character.
Yeah.
What are we looking at here?
For the most part, I think from Dullahan's side, right, the keep away, because you want to leverage at most the fact that Susanoo is very committal in how he moves across the screen.
Lock on the fuzzies, that's very good.
Ooh!
Overdrive, okay, we're seeing some.
Ah.
That's a. Okay,
It's okay.
Conversion.
Good,
On the
good
2C,
awareness there
beware.
from Dullahan, right? Seeing things mess up a little bit, but immediately recovering. But that's an expensive 2D to have whiff, and immediately the fatal punish there from Cyrus, cashing out massive damage already at 4K, 4.3 to finish things off with, but the DP
Oh.
attempt not working out.
Confirm with the Zantetsu, that's an expensive one. Dash up 2C, understandable.
Oh,
Okay.
what an OD
Oh,
again.
I'm liking those. I'm liking those reaction overdrive 2 off this round, which have definitely helped Dullahan secure this one.
Yeah, not only being able to blow through that option, but also get a ton of pips to be able to really maximize the damage. So smart usage of overdrive there from Dullahan. Unfortunately, the drive still needs to find its mark, as Cyrus has been baiting these pretty effectively. However, air-to-air game is a little bit to be questioned.
Oh, too spaced on the 6A, catching the backdash. This is definitely a kind of matchup where you can really see the defense on the Hakumen player side, because in most matchups, Hakumen can definitely get away a lot with just playing the risk reward with the parries. Not in this one. Susan will murder you for it if you over rely on those.
Yeah, just get that slight timing where he looks at you being all silly with your parry recovery animation and getting a big fatal counter. But Dullahan not deterred, immediately pressing that 5B, getting himself a massive combo. Cyrus, at the other hand, is not too pressed just yet to use the burst, saving it for the overdrive instead, but trapped in a corner, looking to use the barrier to create as much space, but slight stagger pressure finds the opening, and there's the 6B reset. Dullahan getting that first game.
That was some really clean play from Dullahan there. Really like to see that. So yeah, taking the lead so far, and I've been really liking the way he's been handling the neutral, because also it's kind of a weird matchup, because obviously in neutral as well, because Hakumen, is the guy who builds meter passively, forces you to approach, but at the
Yeah.
same time, you cannot really let Susan just stay at full screen because of that 4D. You do
Yeah.
not want to let him get those seals.
Yeah, taunt
So
his way with seals or 6Aing you just to push a little further, but right now we can see some great unlocks, a lot of damage already being dealt to Dullahan. We're going for that level 2 extension to get something on the ground, but doesn't quite get that 6B. Nevertheless, recovers in time to maintain the pressure. Good blocks on the fuzzy.
blocking on those fuzzies, you will have to go for that low option soon enough. But in the meantime, this is gonna be a kill. Yes.
Perfect. Wow, okay. Cyrus showing what can be done. Unfortunately, Dullahan not finding an opportunity to leverage all those pips stocked up from taking so much damage.
Yeah, that fuzzy, very weird scenario in the most, because it's one of the not many scenarios in the game where it's actually preferable to default to the high block than the low block. Due to
Ooh, okay.
due to just how strong Susan Fuzzy is and how higher risk his lows are.
Right. I think that might have been an OD attempt there from Cyrus to be able to blow through the 6B, but wasn't meant to be. However, Footsies looking for that overhead reset, but good blocks on the side from Dullahan. Gets that Zonta to
Reset.
reset, and that's going to be massive damage. Look at this. No, going a
Oh,
little too fancy with
that's
it.
the drop right there. The 2C coming in clutch from Susan.
It's a functional anti-air, sir.
It's just decent. Don't,
It's just
don't
decent.
oh,
Oh!
no, not. Finds the mash, however, after that air dash landing. That will be Cyrus evening it out. 1-1.
Naughty Cyrus going for purple throws, but Dullahan not caught sleeping at the wheel. Wasn't enough, however. As you said, going down to the last game between these two, can Dullahan make it out on top? It's going to be quite impressive for Cyrus to be able to... it's a very, very big upset, actually, because Dullahan is also, I believe, second place during the last bi-weekly, at least.
To be honest, I don't really feel like any way could count as an upset. Like, I could see anyone win this one, honestly.
That's fair. But yeah, Cyrus has just been on the money right now with calling out these parry attempts, either just waiting it out or just hitting him with the option that the parry he chose does not cover.
Yeah, making Dullahan spend his overdrive. No conversion on the Emma. That could have been a big one. We've won the last hit of 3C.
Oh, Yukikaze unfortunately not going to be working out here, as any space that Dullahan is trying to create is immediately closed by Cyrus, just air dashing at him. Looking for an interesting little cross-up with the 2D parry. But still doesn't quite get the opening, and yet again another Yukikaze blown away. That's 4 pips spent to the ether. 5A anti-air. It's going to start the damage a little bit, but man, is it going to be lacking a lot.
Big one. No conversions.
Oh dear, oh dear. Dullahan hanging on to that burst, however. It's going to have to make it count here, because Cyrus is now on set point.
Yeah, the drop on that 3C counter, it definitely costing the round. Early OD from Susan, that's a really good one. Yeah, we got the round start specific routes as well.
Yeah, that 5C link after the sword, very tricky, very spacing dependent, but show you how to go OD for OD. It's a little bit of damage being pushed there. 2.4k, getting the pips running. Good throw
For
tech.
the throw tech there. We got the block on those resets. Oh, the Susan 5B.
Okay, bit of damage pushed on the Yukikaze, a little air stall action, jumping in, TRM. Could be a nice bit of damage here, but man, the pips are lacking, but he's doing what he can. Trying to go for an air throw reset.
Oh, almost baited there.
Agito catches. There's the throw in the air, and this is really expensive for Cyrus there. Having spent that OD at the very end to try and shake through the pressure of Dullahan, it's now going to be in a set point situation for both players with no burst available.
Yeah, this one is really far out. Oh, was that still? I'm not sure if that was still a punish or Cyrus just tried to press after the recovery.
Nice.
And with the 6B.
Ooh!
Oh my god!
And you said that anti-air is bad.
I'll require you to provide the footage, sir, for that statement. I'm
Somebody
afraid.
clip it. Somebody clip it. Also, Ray, thank you for the raid. Welcome, welcome. I think you just got in time to see Alchemin 2C be a very, very good anti-air.
I deny all evidence. Oh, try to go for the trade combo.
Very nice stuff there. Dullahan clutching it out. Had to really do that by the skin of his teeth there towards that earlier set point from Cyrus. Barely able to find the way through all of that overdrive. Well, I think that just the overdrive itself caused a lot of stress, just creating a major variable situation. It's difficult to find the through line on, but Dullahan does it nevertheless, moving on forward.
Yeah, that was such a clutch scenario. Like Cyrus there trying to do the 6C straight into overdrive, which obviously on hit gives you a combo, but on block, if the opponent is not being the 6C, gives you a fuzzy attempt as well. Didn't quite work out because Dullahan was already airborne at that point. And right after that, you get the clutch trade combo from Dullahan on the end here. That was a really, really nice set, I have to say. And who knows, maybe we'll see a round deck as well.
Maybe we shall. Maybe we shall. But I think what we need to see some running happening on is people running over to the match arena. The codes are back, baby. So make sure to claim those while they're up. I think already some people have been doing their due diligence nicely, as we are down to 34 codes remaining. So anyone that hasn't tapped in just yet, exclamation mark match arena is the command in chat to get the link. Head on over, hit the claim code button, sign in if you haven't done so already. And once you've completed that process, you'll contribute $25 to the, or $25, that would be really nice, 25 cents to the prize pool. So,
Hey yo, the
hey,
$25 for I mean, I will say the we will accept the $25 contributions if anyone has any. Just saying, just putting it out there. But yeah, going into this one, so we're Rachel versus Celica. Okay, not a matchup you see often for sure.
no, I think Celica definitely we see a few times here and there from some people that are trying it out, but Rachel has been a little bit absent. And from time to time, when she does show up, you can immediately see the power that she can put on display. Because, like, already using the wind to constantly dash around, making a nuisance of themselves, able to get the opening on German, and just like that as well, getting the overdrive to find an opening, and the conversions are on the table here for Gwen.
Yeah, I'm not very familiar with this Rachel player, but it's clear that they do have their routes on lock.
Nice major opening, and I think that's going to be all that Gwyn wrote, as German is going to be going down around a perfect here.
Okay, okay. Like honestly, I was a little doubtful of because just not super familiar with these Rachel players, as I said. But I mean, they're clearly showing that they know the stuff. That's for sure.
Yeah, just go play Rachel, right? Start away at full screen, deploy all the assets, and then find your way in, that way, because there's no real need to overextend yourself without George or the Batman covering for pressure. And Gurman really cannot find an opportunity to press. Oh, most likely going to get double perfected here. Already the poison damage on the table, and
My
once more,
God,
Gwyn showing the power of Rachel here. With an
that was a
absolute
speed
speed
run.
run.
Holy. You know, there is something about fighting in characters that summon like the entire zoo at you, and just being in pain whenever you're defending them. I'm pretty sure both Blaze Blue and the Melty Blood players are familiar with those.
Absolutely. I think there's something on the side for Celica as well to be noted, that her chances into Rachel are very limited, right? Not having a DP to try and blow through some of these situations, you're going to have to be really reliant on having some solid command of the CF
Right.
defensive systems at your disposal.
Celica does have a DP, but it is trouble, so there is that. It's not quite. It doesn't cover as many options, unfortunately, but it's still there very much as an option, especially against things like, really anything strike related.
That's fair.
Though I'm
It would
not
be a
sure
shame if,
how.
yeah, it would be a shame if a lot of Rachel's projectiles just happen to run off Oki, or like run off projectiles on Oki.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to deal with strong chat play. Unfortunately, that is true for everyone. In front of characters like Rachel, everyone is mortal. It'd be like that.
It truly be like that. And the George still on the field there. And as soon as you try something, there's the lightning staff being summoned, able to tag you out for attempting to enjoy the game, as Gwyn is now on set point.
Yeah, so far, German needs to get something going because it is really not going his way right now.
And chilling
Gwen
out in
playing
that,
really evasive here. The 6 tier coming in, hitting the skies.
hey, very nice. The chase down successful, going for the hard burst bait there. And does acquire it
Really?
this time, but the confirm not on deck,
Oh
and the
my
active
god,
frames
the
do
active
see.
frames! The active zone, that were disgusting. What is that?
Oh my goodness, just sending it in. A bunch of purple, blue beats here. Gonna see the counter assault get off of me. There's the bat deployed. Coffin on the table, taking a bit of poison damage. Batman's chasing down, layered right on top of you. The Thunderstaff called out, but the dive kick is going to work out here for Gurman. Tracking Gwyn all the way back into the corner. The overhead connecting. RC to guarantee this damage, and that is going to be around finally on the board for Gurman. Can he bring it home to tie up the set?
That's what we're hoping for. We want more action here. Oh, no conversion on the 6B hit though. Keeping the pressure. We like our plus frames.
We do like that. And again, another opening. The George. There's the DP though, able to break on through, but it leaves Rachel up in this air situation where she could just fly around, set out her goobers for free, but Gurman nevertheless able to find a mash with the back towards the corner by Gwyn here. The no tech being called out and has to expend the burst. The George just tackled away. None of that. The lightning staff slowly but surely pushing Gurman in towards the corner.
Not seeing a whole lot of uses for the bats from Gwen right now, though. Thinking about it, we see them really go for the lightning, but you know, having that option, just your tracking projectile that you can throw at the opponent, would also be an option to consider here, I think.
Definitely, but at the same time, we've seen that Gurman, when he does have that Celica green health on deck, has been using the rocket tackle there to be able to blow through these projectiles. And Gwyn has smartly adapted to not over-rely on it too heavily in fear of accidentally overcommitting and putting themselves in a really dangerous situation. Just like that,
Oh,
right? Rocketing through the
Speaking of
lightning pillar.
which, yeah, that move from Celica, just that tackle from her, projectile invul, I can definitely see how it would be really, really nice in this matchup, and a problem for the Rachel neutral, especially anytime you're not like up in the air.
Yeah, most certainly. There we go. Big assault there. Gonna go for the RC to keep the pressure, the overhead connect. Doesn't have the green resource to be able to get the extension, but catches them during the backdash. Just trying to chase down here for that last hit. Does not want to give any chances to Gwyn over to deploy the entire zoo and put them in a very difficult situation to try and find a mash out. And now, Gurman, set point.
Yeah, German has adapted really nicely. Like from nearly losing the set to now being on set point himself. Gwen stuck in the corner.
Oh,
Yeah, the overheads are not being blocked here. Tries to escape. German still has him locked up though. Burst is out. Next hit may just do it.
ooh, spacing, narrowly avoiding the sweep there. Just trying to dance around the lightning staff. Does get staircase, but there's the dive kick and immediate RC there to get the confirm going off of it as well. Pushing the
Can we
damage
kill for
quite
that?
nicely. No, I don't think
Not
so, but it's gonna be the
quite.
next hit, stuck in the corner, counter assault, trying to break away. Finds an air-to-air hit, but man, there's such a life deficit for Gwyn to try and make a comeback.
Now on a sliver of a health. The 6A coming in, no conversion though. Setting up more lightning. We're gonna need those. And the closing 5B.
Yeah, the tackle, that is something very good to keep note of for if we ever happen to see this matchup in the future. Just being able to tackle on through, because not only does it move really fast, right? So we've seen Gurman use it to dodge lightning stats, but it also just goes, man, George, get out of the way, bro. It does hit that 1k damage threshold and hit low enough to just delete the frog.
Yeah, that was a really, really good play and adaptation from Germany. Just at one point, it just looked like the set was like nearly done, but I mean, reverse sweeps happen as we saw there. So really good stuff from him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, coming up next, we are looking at probably Chrono up against Dr. Hax, right?
Oh, let's have a look.
Correct.
Wait, I for some reason closed the bracket. Why did I do that?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yes. Yes, yes.
Yeah, it's Chrono versus Dr. Hack, so it's going to be a very important matchup here as I think this, yeah, this one's gonna be one a bit of a struggle bus for Susanov. Definitely one where if he can get the momentum running, no problem, no sadness. But if Lambda can always just make sure to keep him at bay, deny him the chance to play the game, right, which directly translates to being able to unlock seals and therefore access the damage. That is going to be the focus for the most part, right? It's going to be consistent denial of allowing Susanov to get online.
Indeed. Though, to be fair, Susan does have, like, the 6A, which at the beginning can be fairly pesky for the Murakumos to deal with. But
Mm.
here, first and foremost, you're looking to unlock that sword for sure. And that will will require you to get going first.
Absolutely. Sword unlocks are definitely going to be really nice for challenging or trying to challenge at the longer ranges. Um, but ultimately, right, if you can get Lambda cornered and you can run your pressure, you're going to be in a really, really great situation. So we'll see what the round start situation is as Chrono just playing it slow, just trying to observe what is happening from Dr. Hax's side as they immediately trade places and setting up full screen, just jumping around, making sure to not be inside the normal ranges of Susanoo, but the air-to-air there. I'm going to land into a knockdown, however, unfortunately.
Getting caught by the wheel there. Not quite getting a combo. But does burst Chrono into the corner. To escape here.
Ooh.
DRC coming in clutch.
This is some good damage as well. The spike chase to hold him down, the off-screen overhead. Dr. Hax going to be pushing for that last touch there to find the kill. Not going to be enough. However, blue beats are going to extend the damage a little bit. As we see Dr. Hax trying to go for the chicken block.
Lock on the
6B.
6B. Oh, that's a clean 5A anti-air coming from Chrono. That will be the first round. So yeah, so far, like we've seen Dr. Hax try to do some, but it's kind of hard to get going, especially once Lambda starts having the research locked in. You saw how right after Eureka, Dr. Hax got ready to press to get his turn back, but DRC just not allowing him to. And even now, really.
Hey, live by the momentum, die by the momentum. Dr. Hax looking for any little unlock that he can immediately after RC because you saw that Chrono was ready for the punish for that 6A 4D autopilot for that seal unlock, but only getting tackle level 2 is really not going to advance you at all in this matchup. As for now, the patience from Dr. Hax is nice, but man, the health is running out. RC looking for that burst bait here, just maintaining distance and seeing that the situation is variable. Looking for that anti at the same time. IB's coming out. Not overextending.
Tanya punish, will take whatever we can get. That's 4K actually, that's pretty big.
That is very nice, but again, he's still only on that level 2 tackle, where even if he finds that mid-screen hit, he's going to have to spend meter for the confirm to be able to get anything more, but nevertheless, right, trapped in the gravity seed, Chrono just completely neutralizing the Susanoo character and taking that first game in really controlling fashion.
Indeed. So far, Chrono looking very much in control of the situation. But obviously the question is always, can he keep it like that? We just saw a big momentum swing in the last set from a zoner character. It may just happen again, who knows?
We shall see, we shall see. Right now, Chrono keeping it simple, right? Just making sure to find an opening, and this time the 6B going unblocked by Dr. Hax, immediately promptly for the burst. Does find the 6B himself there in the chase down, but immediately the burst from Chrono to cut the momentum short, making sure to deny him the seal unlocks. And even then, right, if he finds that 4D, he's in a really awkward position where he only has the dirt kick. You'd rather either be one to the left or one to the right for those really valuable seals.
Okay, interesting extension. Not getting much of that though.
Oh, very nicely done there.
We will have our conversions on point for this one though.
Big Hail Mary on the 6B, but the quick rise into the 2A. And man, is he making the absolute most out of the orb here. That was a really, really impactful unlock. Doesn't do too much for you in the mid screen, but you can definitely get a lot off of the quick cancel in the corner.
Yeah, the orb is really one of those things where it shows you the difference a lot of times between those just playing Susan because why not and those who actually know how to play him. Because that Seals is just a can of worms in and of itself, in more
Yeah.
ways than one. So it's really nice to see someone abuse it, you know, as far as they can manage, really.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And there we go. Good force right. 6A, get that DP unlocked, but the air dash at the wrong timing. Getting scooped up by the Legacy Edge here. It's going to be a nice grip of damage for Chrono. Keep him trapped in the gravity seed. Not going to let him escape too quickly. Does have to be careful of that
Oh my.
DP, but the raw crush trigger there prompted the burst, but the run up 5C is enough to get the kill off of this chain. It will do. And Chrono on set point.
He did have to spend his burst for this one. However, we'll see if Dr. Axe will be able to take advantage of that. So far, he's getting locked down.
Ooh, no, the air dash getting clipped by the
Version.
spike chaser there. And look at this corner conversion here from Chrono. Not gonna be the craziest amount of damage, but trapped. Looking for that crush trigger, but the jump away there from Dr. Hax.
Oh, what the?
That was a misinput. He was looking for that 6B, but the timing was slightly off, and you get that really awkward phase where you just happen to walk forward.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Chrono in a very strong position right now. Active flow 2, the next hit may just do it.
Still though, there's OD on the side from Dr. Hax, but you can see the distance that Chrono's maintaining and does force the burst out there, looking for that quick upgrade. Has the spin dash. Should he find a good 6D hit here, he could get a conversion running, but next to no health, down to the last sliver here. It's going to be one touch that Chrono
Anything
needs.
is gonna kill here. Finds the 2A. Not the reset though. Blocks the second one.
plus frames.
That was plus.
Oh, has to survive the blockage once again. Good block on the overhead. Patiently waiting out. Ah, and the spin dash. One last Hail Mary getting denied by the 5D press there by Chrono Cross. Finishing it off with a very clutch round there, making it 2-0.
Yeah, that was really scary there for Chrono. Just even though you not look like it, you were one hit away from death because you know that Susan damage is always on the table. You never have to put it off your mind of just if I get hit here, I might just explode then and then.
Yeah, most certainly. So up next, we're going to be having Banana String versus Chakes. While we wait on that, there's of course Tails from the bracket where we got Morph Red taking it 2-1 over Dullahan, who will be the match for Chrono Cross later. Just now coming in, we got Aino beating Gurman 2-1. So the winner of this upcoming match we'll be watching will be facing off against Aino. And on the loser side, things still are slowly progressing, making their way on forward. And as we're just waiting on the last players to tap in, make sure, as always, that we do have Match Arena codes available to be claimed. So for anybody that hasn't done so just yet, make sure to hop on over, hit that exclamation mark Match Arena, get that link, hit the claim code button, sign in if you haven't done so. And once you complete that process, you'll have contributed 25 cents to the prize pool. It's a little bit that goes a long way to supporting these players, as we are going to go straight into Chakes versus Banana String.
Indeed. So these two definitely two players that have played each other a decent amount of times, even in tournament at this point, really. And I feel like the results are often very 50-50, and it's always great to see those matches because you never really know which way is it going.
Yeah, absolutely. I think what's interesting from both sides of these characters is that we can really just take the distance from one another, activate their like resource gain tool, and then try to take it from there. Of course, depending on the RNG, it's going to be a lot stronger or weaker for Platinum. But here we see a really, really good punish from Chakes as equalizing or slightly taking the life advantage here, and has a lot of stocks to work with. Slide air stall for that late overhead and just being able to get the opening. The burst bait to go with it. Oh my goodness.
Very big things coming up from Chikes, and that is gonna be a kill most likely. Yes, just barely enough. Okay, that was
Optimization.
a very strong start if I've seen one. Just lock him in all the way down from the top of the screen and then baiting the burst right after. That was some clean stuff right there.
Big guard crush going to be the solid opener here for Banana String as he keeps him locked in the corner. Still, though, has a hammer on the table, using the Swallow Moon to catch the roll with the JB cancel here, and as well as that, the free side swaps that Platinum has. Interesting to not see the 6 on wake up, but that's all right. We're going to go into a Super Treasure, and this is, yeah, a very difficult situation to come out on top of. Because boink, you get scooped up like that.
Oh, you need to block those, I'm afraid. And there are more. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna
Can't do
do?
anything. It's just there on the field. It stays on a hit. You think you have you think you want to hit against the Platinum here, but
There is one more.
yeah, and it's still
What's
the other
the
one
plan?
active on the screen. Oh, the parry as well. Very nicely done. Just the patience, especially getting the hit against the projectile. Even I think.
Yeah, like that's a situation where if you have any option, it's like you need to be very aware of your spacing and just okay, what do I do to avoid it like at all? And again, that is if there is an option. There might just not be one.
Yeah, definitely not. I mean, it's already difficult to deal with the regular boxes, right? I think they're like, like 1K or so HP, but the super box is having infinitely a lot more. I think it goes like from 600, 700 to like 1,000 in super.
Yeah, no, those things are chunky. Or coming
Okay,
in
super
now,
hammer.
unblockables, instant overdrive. That's a lot of damage.
Yo, where's my SMP? What is this?
There is no SMP. Die.
That's we need to start signing a petition. I'm co-opting the Ragnar players with the
Also
Azona
just
players.
side swap. Chikes will be first to burst here.
Oh, super bad.
Oh,
Trying to go
tries
for.
to avoid. However, we now have a combable -10 one button DP. What are we doing? Dying, I guess. Again.
It's okay because it's RNG. It's fine.
Sir, I don't know. This character may be kind of cheap. What are we thinking?
What I think it's very simple, right? Item throw characters are everyone's enemy. Like
We have one common opponent. Oh my.
the RNG in question when I cycle that whole deck, yeah, just being able to constantly chuck out, like at the very least, if you compare it to like the premier item throw character Faust, in Exert he has just unlucky items like food, where you think it's like, oh, he only heals. No, if food stays on the screen, he cannot throw another item.
Yeah, like, but that's not really the case with Platinum because Platinum really just a case of like, you know, some are better, but overall every single item is good at the very least.
Yeah, it's very functional, and if she doesn't like the item, she just goes, this one empty, yeet! My goodness, Banana String off to a fabulous start here. Quick drop into Mash. Nothing lost, no time spent. With the perfect now being able to go on to set point, both players with their bursts available.
Yeah, we have places to be. We don't have time to like let the opponent leave or something. Come on now.
Nice, good check on the backdash there, going for a quick self-cancelable 5A. Now we can see quickly shuffling through the deck, looking for something that can control the screen range a little better. There's the Halo, there's the bubble, trying to catch the Halo once again. Sending it out, making sure to hold down Shakes here. And we do find the approach. The OD backs away safely, has the cat hammers on the table now.
Oh, not aware of the punishes on that one. Not ready for the 6A, coming in, air dash, we like those.
Good grip of damage to go with it as well. And just like that, able to get a air unblockable to go with there. Dive kicking past the anti-air. That's not something I think Banana String is all too pleased to see. That anti-air cleanly whiffing on a opponent heading headfirst into it, supposedly. Hoi poides.
She is in the safe zone, I'm afraid. What are we doing?
I mean, we can see the really smart decision there coming out from Chakes, where he looks at Banana String being like, all right, you want to camp out there? Fine. I'm going to charge up 5 stocks for free. But sadly now, holding the pressure for the time being, and there's the punish by Banana String. Not the craziest, but has the bat on table, which means that Chakes definitely has to be very careful with the stagger pressure that he's about to run.
Oh, not ready for the land way. That was a cheeky one. Bbeuobi getting hit, first burst, and now trades with the fireball just barely and the
Oh,
air dash after.
quick, loop the
Banana,
replay.
yeah, just closing it out there. And the alt F4 can never miss.
You don't miss, it's a true combo. So with that, our top 4 players are Chrono Cross and Morphred, Banana String, and I No Way. Up next is going to be Chrono Cross with Morphred, and hopefully with these 2 matches we'll have our loser side sorted out as they're slowly working the way across.
Indeed.
And of course, friendly reminder to all, make sure to claim those Matcherino codes, right? We still got 33 left, and there's definitely enough viewers here to at least get down to 20 codes remaining. So get in there, gang.
Yeah, and be sure to claim those because there will be consequences if you don't. Of course, I'm lying, but I have to convince you somehow.
Lying? What do you mean? We're all going to Outplayed now. We will be seeing you face to face. And we will be confronting you. We're keeping a log of who's claimed these codes and who isn't. We have the Excel document. We know your faces. All right?
We know where you are, but surprises are better left surprises. No need to spoil anything.
I'm going to send my shooters to Kodo just to be sure.
You have agents I can contact? I could use some more myself.
Yeah, I got some muscle. I can make it work.
I'm a fan.
Alrighty then. Morph Red versus Chrono Cross. Now, Morph, traditionally, the hope of one of the hopes of EU now to now having made the switch to Jin quite a while back, and Scary Jin at that, and he's playing the goat skin. Let's go.
Every single strong in Naoto that you can think of often just plays another character. Is that a sign? Does Naoto have no future?
I think they all just said it. It's like, man, I don't want to struggle in neutral, so they immediately go to a character that has good mid-range and can play the long range.
I don't know, sir. I often see Red Bar on Azrael and whatnot.
Okay, no, Red Bars are definitely... I don't know what they got in the Scottish waters over there, but hey, power to him, I guess.
It'd be like that.
Oh,
okay.
Whoa, just
Not
barely
jumping out in time. That quick Yukikaze putting in work there. Immediate burst coming in from Chrono.
Nice clutch look confirmed. I'm going to push for the damage instead of the reset. There's the overhead and just barely not getting the meter to RC it. Gonna eat the counter assault, but still playing as aggressive as ever. Just dashes on right back in there, pushing the damage, and is able to recover that round, taking it from the clutches of defeat.
Yeah, not even needing to spend over that. That was a really, really clean air-to-air confirm. Just into a full combo like that? I was told this Jin character is all gap.
He is all gap. It's tough. He's making some really cool reads here. He's working overtime. Look at that.
Stay whiffing.
6A so bad it whiffs on just a little bit of push block. Just a little bit of barrier, immediately out of range for the 6A.
That's a
fire.
punish.
That's dead. No,
Not
it picks
dead
up.
yet. That's
Nice
a punish.
projectile,
Are we looking at the corner here? We might be. Yes, sir. Whiff on the 6C though.
Well, unfortunate, but Chrono in a really tricky spot now because at some point, right, to access some of Lambda's better damage, you do need to get right in the face of your opponent. But at the same time, that does mean you might put yourself in a position where your opponent can panic button because they just need that one last trade to close things out.
Ooh.
And air stalling away from the 5A. The clean fade away. Morph Red taking that first game.
Yeah, really good stuff here. Holy
Mighty
though.
Morphin time?
Hmm?
It's Mighty
What?
Morphin time?
It might just be. We need to ask him. Can someone DM him? Is it illegal to do during the match?
Probably wouldn't want to distract him, so
But
if you're a fan of
that-
Chrono, DM
may- may-
Morfred.
Maybe that's the goal, you know?
That's true. Almost had that air stall once more, but
Okay.
overestimating the range a little
Good
bit.
drop. Block
Good
on the
block.
6Bs, though. Oh, forced to burst there.
Ooh. Oh,
Big
okay,
on
beautiful
this
jump.
EA as well. Active flow, we got all of it.
Yeah, especially getting that active flow naturally is very wonderful because that means that Morfred can focus on getting a knockdown instead of ending in EA for it.
Well, the Ice Oki.
Yeah, I mean, good luck seeing him do that crush trigger.
Gets the sword.
Yeah, the single spike chaser working out very lovely here. And there's the overhead. Morfred not blocking. Stuck in the corner now, but we've seen him get out of these situations. So Kren Chrono adjust to make sure that there is no attempts at escape here.
Going for the very safe Oki. We're not trying to risk stuff here. That was not a counter hit, luckily for Morph. However, that will be a kill combo coming from Chrono. Still alive. However, that Morph is still on a set point, so we will have to watch out here.
Yeah, ooh, bad call out there by Chrono. And the 5C catching the roll tech there. Late air dash. Going for massive empties there that doesn't get punished out by Chrono. You see the OD timer taken away, not able to make the most of it, but the Exiga Blade to just fade away and get a quick punish here, pushing some damage onto the scoreboard.
Okay, afraid of Yukikaze, I'm guessing.
Ooh.
That's a big starter here.
Good blocks to jump away. Barely clipped by the last hit of Spike Chaser there. Nevertheless, still chasing down. Has OD on the table. Has quite a bit of meter to work with, and especially with all those IBs he's scoring. He's able to generate a lot, but again, the Spike Chaser barely connecting, and at a range that it's burst safe. Chrono is able to put one on the board back, and that is a game apiece between these two.
Yeah, very good comeback there. Unfortunately, Morph was quite close because, you know, Chrono still having like a little, about half HP left, but Morph with the full resources. But we'll see, one apiece. Who's taking the lead here?
Absolutely. That's an unfortunate time to OD as the Act Parser sending Chrono to the other side of the screen, and we see the desperate chase down attempt by Morph, but restrained by the Gravity Seed. We are trapped here, suffering this projectile pressure, blocking the canned overhead at the very least here, trying to jump in for that JC, but man, the Gravity Seed is just such a strong influence here.
So far, Morph taking it very slowly. The defense is on point so far. Finds the opening, forcing the early burst from Chrono.
Chase down, but man, yeah, you could just see the sort of checkmate situation that Chrono's throwing out. Here's the Gravity Seed to deny you the quick movement across. Here's the Spike Chaser to try and anti-air you, and connection crapping out a little bit, struggling between both sides, it seems. And you can immediately see that Chrono not too happy with that, trying to back away, play for the long range distance, doesn't want to really challenge while the internet is kind of shitting itself.
Yeah, unfortunately, that happens sometimes, but in the meantime, Chrono is keeping it in control, and those swords have been putting in some mad work due to just how high they hit, often catching Morph trying to super jump air dash in.
Yeah. Ooh, okay, Morph getting the foot invul and low crush, but doesn't quite get much off of it afterwards. But the DP connection doesn't quite get that 2C, a little too far away from it. Has his back towards the corner, but he can't DP just yet. Wants to wait out, possibly use it for an overdrive instead, as he's desperately trying to put Chrono back into that corner.
The 2A anti-air coming in.
It's clutch.
conversions of those air swords. However, Arsing to staying in. Finds
jump
the
in.
opening.
No, I go for the
Tries to
burst bait
bait
there.
burst like that.
I think that was a bit too greedy from Morph's side because it is Chrono on set point who can't just keep you at this distance. Immediately popping the overdrive here to get that extension, to deny you that burst, and is going to be taking it 2-1, moving on into that winners finals.
Yeah, Morph definitely. It could have worked out, but that was quite a greedy play right there. Especially considering that he could have just killed if he so chose to spend overdrive, but he tried not to. Sometimes you want to keep the resources, but unfortunately this time it did not pay off.
Yeah, sadly that's kind of unfortunate, but it's not going to be the end of Morph's run as he will have that loser side to be able to make his comeback happen. So we're going to go into, I believe, our last winner side match for the time being. Banana String versus Ain't No Way.
Yeah, so Aino with a really good run so far, even defeating a German as well, 2-1 after some pretty impressive play we saw from him before.
Yeah, most certainly. I think it's a bit of a different ball game now into Izanami, who, with the space given, she can just activate Ribcage and kind of run you down. Of course, it's a bit of a, it can be a bit of a Hail Mary in the sense that your opponent can try to stall it out and force you to deactivate it. But at the same time, she can use pips to really hold you down just like that. The aggression immediately on display here by Aino, wanting to deny the free item activation that Platinums typically like to go for on Roundstar, right? That air backdash JD.
Yeah, we find out that when Aino is not memeing, they might just be really scary. Thing is, it's a trick question because they are always memeing.
Damage here, has the DP on the table, and now Aino has to survive this pressure here. Slowly but surely, just pacing out patiently, but there's the counter assault, but a little bit of an awkward range and the one button DP able to blow through the Exceed Excel. This is a fantastic position for Banana String to be in. No resources on the table left for Aino. The tick throw, and that should be the round.
Yeah, just baiting out every single option there, like both the CA and the burst, not the burst, rather the EA back to back. That was some real good stuff. And now with the bombs coming in, the screen space is not yours to hold.
Yeah. Ooh, the bat once again. This is such a painful position for Aino, because sometimes even with some of these strings, right, if your opponent has a DP, you might be able to catch them out on a human error, but being able to match one button, it's just too easy to mess up. Nevertheless, though, off that Thunderbolt lands, able to get some good damage going, and the Ribcage is on the field. Now the DP doesn't quite see the function that he would like to see, just like that, but able to blow through in the danger state back towards the corner, and we see the Mega Fans.
He just presses it again, and right now Aino is in danger too. So any hit will put in the hurt. Oh, we're just polluting the screen now. Stalling Ribcage, and that is a kill, I think. That is one of the goofiest kill combos I have seen in a while, but sometimes you gotta appreciate those as well.
That was actually really clutch from Banana String there to go for the Super Halos, because, like you mentioned, it will just kind of completely obliterate the barrier gauge from Aino, who is trying to brute force their way in with the Ribcage, but just constantly deploying these projectiles that you can fade away from and collect over and over again. It was just very doomed.
Yeah, like that was some really rough spot for Aino right there. And right now it's not looking any better. Banan with a lead and the burst out of his way. Aino with no extra resources either.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Look
no
at that
punish on
mash.
the Nami though. That's a big one.
Yeah, slightly out of range there and getting that spaced 6B. Look at that 5A conversion off it as well. Quick OTG action there, looking for that blue beat. and setting up the Hell Zone. Has to block all this out. The bubble. It'll be an interesting little launcher conversion off it as well. And Banana String now on that set point, making quick work of Ino.
Yeah, that was a very cheeky setup. Just JA hitting right before landing into the full bubble combo. That is quite the thing to see. No conversion coming in though.
Ooh,
Just do another one into the throw as well.
big line on the table, man. If he had overdrive right now, he'd be having a field day, but unfortunately, gonna have to be real patient with it. Stalling in the air, right? Just trying to avoid all these Thunderbolt lances,
The
forcing
air
in.
throw last second. I know right now, kinda desperate. Oh, the wake up command throw super. That one, which by the way, I want to remind everyone, that is not an actual 720. Well, it's 0 post flash, but it is for sure not invul. But come on, has that ever stopped Aino from doing it anyway?
That's true. That's true. Well, there we go. That's going to be Banashring making it all the way into the winners final. So those two be facing off much later as we're just waiting slowly for our losers games to finish off. As tails from the bracket, we have Dullahan versus Dr. Hacks, which, well, I guess Dullahan can't escape the Susanos this time around, who the winner of which will be facing off against I Know, and German Mayonnaise versus Chakes, the winner of that going to face off against Red Morph. So while we're waiting for those players to round off their business, make sure to head on over to our Match Arena, right? Exclamation mark Match Arena. Get that link, hit that claim code button, sign in if you haven't done so already, and once you've completed that process, you'll have contributed 25 cents to the prize pool. Every little bit helps, and it'll be going a long way to supporting these players who are coming in every other week to offer you that really, really high level, tantalizing BlazBlue Central Fiction action that we all love.
Indeed. So, in the meantime, let's take a look at the bracket, I would say. So, we got, coming in top 8, Prono, Banan, Aino, Morph, Dullahan, Dr. Axe, German rather, and Chikes. What are we thinking here? Because I'm thinking, like, for sure, I would be curious to see, maybe. Wait, am I looking at the right? Oh, wait, I just noticed that the Losers Top 8 is not being streamed. I was like, that interesting.
We're making up for a little bit of time here, so it's only going to be the top 6 that get streamed. So slight awkward pause here, catching our breath, letting the other players take a bit of a moment. But indeed, yeah, this time no stream for that, just to try to keep ourselves on schedule. So we'll be missing out on that Hawkman versus Susano action, as well as I believe Gurman sticking to the Celica, right? Celica versus Baki matchup. But I'm trying to think in terms of like Morph Red and I Know Way. Let's start with Morph, right? Like who do you think Morph would like to, or being on the gym would Morph preferably want to match up against?
I mean, I would imagine he has more experience up against the Tsubaki because, let's be honest here, everybody who has extensive matchup experience against Salika raise their hand. Nobody, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, absolutely fair, right? To just genuinely avoid the character that you do not understand. For the most part, you could try to shirk around that by simply overwhelming them, right? So, like, if you could get your opponent to not play the character at all, there's no character for you to really be concerned about. But that's not always a reliable plan of action. So, most certainly, unless it's a real like doomed matchup where if they're thinking like, man, I really just do not want to play Tsubaki right now, and I'd rather take it up with the character I do not have the intricate knowledge of what they can do to me, then that might be also something that that's being considered. Meanwhile, on the other end of the spectrum, what do you think for Izanami's side? Like
I
either
think she is. I know is definitely hoping for the Doctor Axe to take it because, like, I don't know just how much he likes to deal with that slot machine Hackman. No, nobody really
Mhm.
likes to deal with that one.
Yeah, that's true. I think also the fact that like Hakumen being just the cutting projectile cutting action that he can do, really denying the bits as an option to sort of force yourself in neutral, and then the fact that he has, I think, ways to cheese the ribcage a little bit. Like you won't be able to get
Yanagi,
to the
like such as the Yanagi, indeed.
yeah, the Yanagi, or being able to get a parry, the attack to connect, but of course not gonna get the hit to follow up afterwards. But you're just full invuln, so you don't really lose much. You just kind of tick away at their barrier gauge.
Yeah, I'm telling these Izanami players, they are not trying to interact with their opponent. They want somebody they can just bully, such as a helpless Susan with no seals in the corner. And
Yeah,
maybe we should shame them for it. It's something to consider. What do you think?
no, I think they booted up the game and made the correct decision to just hop in on the character select screen and just win. So
Hey,
I
hey, man,
uh,
I made an attempt, okay?
I salute the players that look at the tier list and go like, maybe I will not struggle because I think the character looks cool. Or maybe they just look at the tier list and then they go like, wow, this character is top tier. I really like how they look.
I mean, yeah, definitely. I think that's often unfortunate to see that you do see sometime is someone that just really likes a character and they're put off or someone tries to put them off from playing that character just because they happen to be top tier. Like,
Yeah,
it happens in every game. That's just how it is sometimes.
it does occur. It's just more so like it's just kind of cap from the person to really be complaining about top tiers in general. I mean, I think complaining about characters, like if unless you're really playing at like the tippy top level, there's not a really lot of credibility you have to start voicing your opinion about characters all too much. You could definitely voice your frustrations, like I don't understand this or why did they get that. Right? It's definitely healthy to continuously talk about the game, but to really like consistently dunk on someone for playing that character is a bit absurd.
Yeah, no. But all things happen. Fortunately, uh, I'm among those who like to stay out of that Twitter discourse, but I do not wish it on anyone.
That's true. That's true. It's definitely very true. So we'll see.
Okay,
We'll see how this plays
so
out.
Chikes taking it over Gurman down there in loser bracket.
Yeah, 2-0. So I think seeing as that's who's ready to go, we might as well be hopping in over to Morph Red versus Chakes. Also considering that Morph has been waiting a little longer than I know way for a game to tap in. So that
Indeed.
is the oh, and Dr. Hack's taking it 2-1 over Dullahan as well.
Very nicely done.
Hawkman Scourge being detained this time around as Susno makes his way all the way into the top 6, and once again,
It
hitting the
was
streams.
detained. I'm afraid it was detained a long time ago, but not everyone was alive to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Those
thank
are
you.
ancient. Those are ancient events. It's the lore at this point.
But thank you for the raid, Don Weepo. So everybody tapping in from that side of things, don't forget to hit that exclamation mark match Reno, claim that code, support these players, as we're gonna go hop straight into Chakes versus Morph Red.
Would you say this is one of those scenarios of Jimmy versus better Jimmy?
Who's better, Jimmy?
Huh? There are many people out there saying this Tsubaki character is kind of cheap. It'd be like that sometimes.
Definitely has a little bit more canned stuff going on there, and whiff cancels for sure is a decision that they gave to the character, and you can definitely see that Chakes is able to make the most of it right now, as Morph is really on the back foot in terms of health.
The 6A coming in. Okay, keeping the confirms simple so far. The 2A anti-air not working out quite yet. It does manage to win after that. Block on CT.
And Morph would have a really spicy air route there. You don't see that typically too often, especially trying to get some reset running. But excellent mash. Does RC base the DP? And still, Jake's opting to go for the burst nevertheless. The bananas.
Interesting. Just not many see the banana super activation and just run head first into it. That's an interesting choice.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. The whiff, the extra cancel on that JC gets the opening here against Morph. Being dragged away into the corner. Can Jakes find an opportunity to quickly charge up some of these bits? The OTG, sadly, swapping sides, but the DP able to blow through before the overhead connects here.
That's a big one. He's full health, so he's definitely not gonna die from this, but it will lay in the hearth.
Yo, 5K, my goodness. Talk about a momentum swing there. Good block on the overhead, but thankfully it's safe. However, it does get opened up by the following pressure. And Morphred really in a dangerous situation. One last hit, good block on the cross-up, finds the DDP.
Now no meter to speak of. And the whiff cancels coming in clutch for Shiki. Like, you thought you were plus on the overdrive activation. You really did. Unfortunately.
I think Morph's brain was a little too big there, because that definitely looked like an OD kind of being popped to bait out a DP so they will whiff through and there will be no option for RCing it.
Yeah, for sure, but I mean, it doesn't always work out, especially again, like against things like overdrive activation. Just having whiff cancels, even on the bigger things, is such a good thing to have, because you can force situations where other characters would just get punished. You can make them a bit RPSy. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. Here we go, Shiki with Morphs back towards the corner, gonna be laying on the herd. Both players with their bursts available and 100 meter to their name. Finds the DDP, immediately RC to pop the overdrive, takes him down, up pops overdrive back. The super banana super, just go to the skies, make sure the chicken block it out, try to survive. Clashing against the projectile, looking to survive, needs that one last opening here, but gets eaten up.
Going!
Ooh,
And
hold
that's
on.
an install.
No!
That drops the fireball. Is that combo?
Oh,
yes,
my
it
goodness.
is. Oh, that was such unlucky event, one after another. Like even there, you saw Morph do DPRC into overdrive to secure the kill, but because ERC then just ran forward immediately, the wall bounce did not happen, and he got nothing out of that. That is just unlucky, man.
Yeah, I don't think actually it regularly does a wall bounce like that. Like typically you can get the hard knockdown and be able to run up and get that 3C. So I like the idea, right? Just the DP, force the OD pop, try something, but it looked a little wonky there. Wow, 2A anti-air.
Yeah, normally what happens is like it wall bounces you against the end of the screen, and then it goes into hard knockdown and it can combo the 3C.
Ah, okay, I see.
But there, oh my, but there, what happened is that because you went forward, the wall bounce did not happen. So no combo, unfortunately.
I see. But nevertheless, right, that doesn't deter Morphred here, as he does finish things first round off with a perfect. Both players with their ODs available. See the air approach, and just like that, the classic air stall. You see that JD, and immediately players want to go try and get that punish going, but it's not meant to be. And just look at this conversion. However, drops the combo, tries to look for a little reset, but immediately the button presses from Chakes is going to shut that down.
Got the overdrive. Are we gonna see it? The EA. We're gonna see that one. And the active flow for Morph as well. We like that.
Oh, what a backstab. And the RC that
he's kind of fleeing with it.
Morph, chill. Chill.
That is the third DP he baited by backdash in like one match, I think. That's actually kind of crazy. But it was not enough for him, so he decided to bait the burst as well because why not?
Morph needs to chill. That's all I'm saying. Holy. Let's see if we can keep that up here as it is going to be tournament life that's on the line here for both of these players.
Indeed.
Oh, excellent anti-air
Good
there
anti-air coming there.
Morph looking for that air dash in to restart the pressure, getting beautifully called out there by Jakes, and slowly but surely being converted all the way to the corner, but there's the DP to cut things short. Swapping over the sides, looking for that 3C, but has to be careful of that projectile falling down. Now the chase down here, and just barely finding the counter. Do we get the conversion? Very nicely done. Resets? There it is. Overhead, beautiful confirm.
Oh, we got the 6A RC confirms. Always lovely to see.
Oh,
Was that bear block? It may have been. That's gonna cost Chikes.
a lot of damage, that's for sure. But nevertheless, has him trapped in the corner, finds the crush trigger, able to get a little confirm running. But I think Morph Red should just be able to survive it unless the purple throw does not
Start
get cast there.
counting. Start counting. We need to do some exercise Morph now.
If we don't see Morph at outplay, we'll most definitely see him at the next LVB. So we'll be keeping track. We'll be keeping track.
See, maybe that's what EU need. We need to keep just a big spreadsheet of all the push-ups that everyone owes.
I mean, I added onto Maho's elo sheet.
We need to
Bbeuobi-
contact them.
Contact the Bbeuobi push-up depth log, and we need the country that the person lives in, and you know where we can most likely see them next at the event. Their contact details, so we can send the repo man over.
We know what we're doing next. In the meantime, though, Morph with some really clean confirms. Can this kill? I don't.
Whoa!
Oh my!
Wait, what is this routing? That's fire!
What is this routing? I don't think I've ever seen that.
I mean, normally, like, yeah, 2D does provide a lot of hit stun, but typically you kind of want the ice hit off of it. But Morph able to route on it despite having already spent his drive ice activation.
I don't think I've ever seen like 2 reps of that. Like, let alone so late into the combo, let alone without overdrive.
Ooh, at 2. Jakes can also do burst baits here. Very nicely done. Gonna get that clean pickup as well. Breaking that 3k damage barrier and slowly pushing Morph towards the corner. Looking for the Yuki Kaze, but doesn't quite get the punish there.
Not ready for the punish.
Oh, no!
Oh my Jin2C moment.
Added to the montage.
What montage? There is no montage. It happens too often. Like, what kind of montage do you have? A movie? You want to make a movie?
Yeah, sure. I think at this point it's a full blockbuster movie, but nevertheless, there Jakes able to close things out, keeping the run alive, and will be sending Morph Red home there. So gonna be waiting in the winners the loser semifinals, excuse me, for the winner between I Know Way versus Dr. Hacks coming up next.
Indeed. Yeah, so I mean, really just both very impressive play from both Morph and Chikes. I really like to see that. The burst bait are always crispy. However, Morph, once again, we are still waiting for the push-ups. We are not forgetting so easily.
Never forget, never forgive.
In the meantime, though, next up will be Susano Izanami. You're the fellow Susan player here. Like, what are we thinking? What's the level of pain?
So, it's very much just like the classic Susano stable, live by the momentum, die by the momentum, where if you can somehow bypass all the control that Izanami can exert without having to commit to pressure and get her stuck into the corner, you have a good amount of time before, up until she definitely decides to use her system mechanics or that 7-frame super reversal.
As long... Oh, those over...
Ooh.
Everyone got the overdrives on lock against Susan today. What is this?
Yeah, it's really, really excellent stuff. Especially, oh no, that's a big 2C, but a very interesting route. Nevertheless, able to get the spin dash on long.
Oh
And
my
that's definitely
god.
a very painful part about the matchup is dealing with that Murakumo backdash. But of course, you can see that does not stop Dr. Hacks one bit at all. 4K damage trapped to the corner. Look at that 60. Look at
Oh
that
my.
DP.
The DP whiffing.
Oh, we're just pressing
The
2C, huh?
rare.
Trey doesn't get the pickup, but the air dash afterwards.
Yeah, no, that Murakumo backdash is just a menace, especially because it's not any Murakumo backdash, it is the best one. They were like, Mori was like, this backdash is pretty good. What if it was better?
She's not a boss character for nothing.
Still a blue beat. However, we're holding the pressure. Jumping out. Oh my.
Yeah, I think it's because he pressed OD. Like he just, it has the BC input, so you just get
Yeah,
TRM.
I guess so. I cannot explain it otherwise.
That's really unfortunate because I really like the idea from Dr. Hacks there. 2C just to get to those last bit of barrier gauge and then the OD just to recover for it, but unfortunately.
Oh, that is a big drop for Hino and a big comeback opportunity for Dr. Hacks right now.
Yeah, but Dr. Hacks, just be careful there. 48, 49, 50 meter on the deck for Aino Way. Either he gets the kill right here, but without having that level 2 spin dash on the table, he's going to need to find one last opening, but he has to be careful for that 50 meter reversal. Finds the empty jump mid and cinches out the round nevertheless.
Yeah, just barely clinging off to Con to life and stealing the round from Aino's jaws right there. Very good stuff. Aino also like quite in a rough spot there because if you try to barrier block anything, you're going in danger. And once that happens, you know, Dr. Hacks with the 100 meter unlock to just make you pay for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting the skull anti-anti-air there, and as well as the counter hit confirmed from it. Blue beat, which is going to be a little bit of a problem for Dr. Axe now trapped in the corner. Chicken blocking for the time being, but jumps away from the 6B attempt, and the barrier gauge is drained. This puts Aino in a pretty risky spot. The 5B, very nicely done.
And we're gonna get that early overdrive too.
RC?
Okay, just barely avoiding the punish there.
Actually, it wasn't even a punish. Aino tried to go for counter assault, so dodged around that, denied the 50 meter, getting the plus frames, and Dr. Hacks on set point here.
That was quite the round right there. We love our scrambles. Rare instance of Susano, Chusi, and tier whiffing.
It can happen. Heartbreaking, I know. A lot of IBs. This is really important for the, like, on one hand, if you can try to IB a lot of the strings, it's not so much about like creating space, but just look at the meter build, right? He's at that 60. If he finds an opening, he can really tear this momentum.
Yeah, like a very good showcase of both how you wanna deal with that Izanami pressure, but also how long it can go on despite that. It's not easy out there.
It is indeed rough, and the command grab off of it as well. But
However,
you
no
have
bits
meter
to
and then you have
hurt.
the, oh, the 2D.
Oh, no overdrive there, no confirm.
No spin dash, man. There's no way to find his hits down, but 5A confirmed, but doesn't quite finish the job just yet. Does he might want to burst here? He does.
the burst
Trying to
out.
get that last hit, and the 5B clipping you, jumping away. The classic. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that got very risky for both of them at multiple points between Dr. Hacks not confirming the 2D into overdrive, and you know just I know dropping combos. It be like that sometimes. The tournament nerves gets us all.
Yeah, or like 2D into sword, because I think for the most part, if you're trying to Hail Mary the 2D, you can just OS your specials after it because it doesn't cancel on block.
Yeah, exactly. Like
So
you don't even have to like visually confirm or anything. It's like it doesn't cancel on blocks, so you might as well go for it.
yeah, and then at that point, right, you had the sword unlock with more than enough meters, so that's 2D into sword super, which could be a very dead Izanami. Nevertheless, right, is able to find the through line in that scrambly neutral situation, making his way on to the losers semifinals. But first, I'm gonna be heading over to our winners finals, if I am not mistaken. We're gonna have
Indeed.
Chrono Cross versus Banana String facing off for that winner's side grand final seat, as well as being our first of three of this evening.
Yeah, we'll take a little detour back to the winner side of the bracket and see how that plays out.
Yeah, I
So,
think it's gonna be an interesting one because for the most part, we do see that platinum players like their disengage style round start to access their basically uncontestable item pool. But in the likes of, or facing off against the likes of Lambda, who is like, okay, distance on the screen, cool, thanks. We might have to see a different approach from Banana String, or maybe the fact that they acquire a really solid item that can traverse them through. Seeing the hammer, that does not inspire confidence.
yeah, the hammer is probably not what you want here. But yeah, it's always nice to see how someone approaches just a big approach of the matchup from one matchup to another.
Yeah, most certainly. We did see Banana trying to go for those pogos to be able to get the projectile invuln to fly through the pressure of Chrono. But to mixed results, which now has them stuck holding this pressure, being slowly dragged in towards the
Yeah,
corner. Delayed tech, being able to avoid the sickle.
yeah. Pogo is projectile invul. I believe very early too. I don't remember if it was frame one. However, yeah, like right there you can see that. But however, it does not. It goes a very short distance, and I don't think the invul lasts too long either.
No,
So
it's basically just a hop through the initial something.
yeah, so like it is technically a projectile option, but again, does not go very far, and even more importantly, it's kinda made not very useful by gravity, just existing really.
Yeah, here comes the Legacy Edge. What kind of mix-up we're doing? Just a raw
Oh,
6B, but
the swords disrupting Chrono's combo.
yeah, very unfortunate. You do have to have that timing on lock. Does find the anti-air projectile, and I think that might have been a little bit of a drop, but just narrowly avoiding the Lion Hammer there. Oh,
With punish with the air sword, real nice right there. Those platinum players, they're so used to just with my half screen complete disjoint. What could it ever be until they actually get punished for it?
I don't know what Chrono was thinking there on that parry that was baited out, because that was a very concerning way to run a punish of sorts, but nevertheless, right, able to get some good opening damage here. And the fadeaway, catching the eagerness of Banana to try and run a bit of pressure, however, missing the confirm slightly. And as well as a really expensive RC drop. Chrono being a little choppy here.
Yeah, a bit of drops coming in, and Baran making full use of that 4K and corner, bursting back in. Oh, whiff on the
Oh,
overhead. That will be a full combo right there. Chrono though, with the burst almost back. And Banan with 4 instant overheads. Up his sleeve. And that will be
wait,
a
are we?
kill. Yeah?
Well, no, I was thinking, yeah, we are desynced, because,
Desync, yeah.
Oh,
yeah, it was a desync. So, it did look kind of legit, but the button presses were looking a little weird. And
let me stream. Though I cannot
oh, you
assure the
managed to,
quality.
oh, you managed to get through?
Yeah, I'm not desynced myself. Wait. Okay, never mind. Just crashed. Okay, back to room.
Yeah, I think I think both sides kind of lost track of the items, which I think is a very quick way for the game to desync because, uh, well, we saw Cat Hammer, right?
Uh, no,
what did you
I,
say?
I was seeing the super pan.
Okay, I
I'm
saw
pretty
Cat
sure it was.
Hammer.
I'm pretty sure it was legit on my side.
Yeah, maybe because so you saw Super Pan, I saw Cat Hammer, and on stream there was Treasure Box.
Okay, the three-way is not something I was aware of. My bad. I was not aware of your game.
So and thankfully, with the likes of like a platinum desync, it can crash quickly because the seed, the RNG just breaks, and then everybody that's trying to follow the game state, it just goes like, oh, never mind.
The three-way item is actually a new one. That's funny. You know, the Blaze report over always giving us new surprises. You know.
Ooh, I had a connection lost, unfortunately.
Oh, I'm in the match. Well, I guess it's back to me.
Thank you.
Is it the same for Hoon as well?
No, who's streaming it fine?
Oh, okay. Okay, whiff on the cat hammer. Hold the wheel.
Nice, yeah.
Interesting
Very,
pressure resets from Banan. Burst is
it's
out.
it's tricky to punish the pogo, right? Because it's a Rekka essentially, and sometimes they just go for all three. They just go for one, and if especially when they go for all three, they could end up spixing you, just barely crossing over to the other side where you have to block differently.
No block on the Rekka overhead though. Some more cat hammers coming in. No, we got the missiles.
Ooh, like Siege.
Yeah, Chrono, no need to like press into it. We are fine the way we are.
Finds the super bombs here, hoping to just tie down Chrono a little bit, but excellent. Sees the long arc of the bomb and instead just pushes on forward. Able to just slide underneath, and the Chrono now one round away from extending the lead even further, able to just barely tag Platinum, Banana there. But the parry going to work out to alleviate some of this pressure. Beautiful jump in there is going to lead to some, oh, the side swap even, so that might be really, really good corner carry here.
Yeah. But I'm keeping the pressure on right now. Tries to meet him in the air. Not quite getting a conversion. That will be a damaging one though. Burst is coming back from Chrono, but Banan does have an overdrive available to them, or Chrono may just keep it as well. Yeah, at this point, yeah.
Yeah, because like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna burst the treasure box is just right there looming to make sure that you just do not leave that corner anytime soon. And one of the real cruel things is that Platinum can. Okay, it's very niche. You can't kill off of the burst outright, but with the treasure box, you can set herself up to be able to astral you for it.
No. You can very much kill off of the burst. It's CA
Oh.
you cannot kill off of.
Oh,
But
okay, fair enough.
you can very much kill off of the burst, and it has happened. I will tell you that much.
Yeah, no, I believe it has happened because you just put the box slightly behind you, you're stuck in the corner, you just burst them into it. It's really funny.
Ooh, overdrive. Wait, counter it? Okay, Chrono may have tried to rest something there.
I think that was just a really good timing getting the punish on the CA with, or sorry, the CT with.
I don't think CT should not have countered recovery. I think. Does it have countered recovery?
Maybe, or Chrono
Not
really
sure.
did try to press something in the hectic situation. Normally, if I see my move like still in its like very late animations, I would not be brave enough to press on my opponent overdriving.
What the? Okay, we're desynced as well.
Yeah, these things once more. I think stream is doing okay, but crapped out to get another win for Chrono. Do not trust the platinum RNG.
I'm gonna share my screen.
We're one last screen.
We're running out of options here. Someone help.
One last screen share.
Surely Hoon will not be cursed like us. Surely. see
Let's
here.
see what we're working with.
Okay.
Oh, it's a really cool speed shell.
You
We can still well enough, Hoon.
we gotta make do. Yeah, Chrono, 5C. Bait on the DP though, no punish for it.
Keeps him trapped in the corner though, looking to snipe him from the air. Does find a quick hit, and there is a nice little counter hit confirmed to push the damage a little further than what just a drive combo would have done. Getting the spike chaser there, making sure that Banana is trapped in the corner, looking to jump away. Has to be careful with this pogo stick because we do see sort of slight autopiloting on Chrono's side, where an opponent looks to try to escape from the corner situation and feels inclined to get the 2D out, but with the pogo jump, it's a scary one.
Yeah, that's for sure. However, okay, clashing with the items. Oh, the missile covering all of the spikes. Interesting. Yeah, safe jump, Banana
Ooh!
rolling out. That's a big one.
Oh, very nice. Good grip of damage as well, 3.8k, and the air stall, but it gets called out by the 6A. We do see the aggressive burst here to keep Chrono locked into the corner. Big hammer OD, and there's the slide head effect, getting that unblockable opening.
Unblockable setups here. I'm not even sure if he could escape, because that was a cancel and block off right off the super, which is very plus. That's a punish on the parry. Will be corner. However, Banana does have some meter and health to play with. But only so much, because I don't think that one is gonna kill, but the next one for sure will.
Ooh, no.
And never mind, I was mistaken. That super is kinda high damage. And that will be Chrono taking the second match. However, we are now in FT3 territory. So not done quite yet. And back to room as well. Hopefully, this time, surely everything goes fine, right? Surely everything goes fine. Wait.
Wait, did they leave too early? Did they not realize it's first to 3? I think that might have happened. Yeah, they both left.
I think, yeah.
They're not used to being this far in the bracket.
That's just disrespectful. You know what? I like it.
Did he win all 3? Because I missed out on the desyncs. Let's see what the players are recording actually.
Yeah, let's see that.
Hard to keep track through these things.
Those things be mixing us up. Like we're not even playing the game and we're still getting mixed. That's crazy, man.
That's how good Bbeuobi is. What can you do? No, okay, so it's being reported 3-0, so it's in fact correct.
Okay,
from Jakes
Chrono won all 3 apparently.
What a boss.
So I guess the one Banan won was desync somehow, and we didn't notice.
It was the desync one. Yes, it was a desync one.
This is
all fabulous D6. Well, let's us keep trucking along as we're going to be having our final first of 2 of this evening, Dr. Hacks versus Jakes, coming up next in our losers semifinals. The winner of that will be facing off against Banana String in the losers finals, and the winner of that will get to face off against Chrono Cross from the loser side of grand finals.
Indeed. So let's see. They're not. We will be looking at both Susan and Tsubaki. You know, two very in-your-face kind of character. Two both very resource-heavy. So I'll be curious because I mean Tsubaki definitely on the back pedal in terms of damage here, but she can still put in the hurt, and she most definitely can lock you down nicely, which Susan never likes. But
I think it's just how the resources are divided up, right? With Susanoo just being permanent or like round permanent unlocks, that lets him really break the damage ceiling compared to Tsubaki, who needs to have stocks to cash out with.
Yeah. Tsubaki also definitely more of a character that can thrive if you just let her be, because she is scaringly. It's scary just how quick she can be at getting her stocks all online.
Very, very true. We can see some respectful pressure strings coming here as both players just slowly waiting it out, looking for anti-airs, but man, the brief install in the air is really good for killing time and trying to bait out your opponent on attempting to anti-air you.
Indeed.
Oh, very nice check.
Really good air-to-air conversion there. Spaced 5B. Afraid of that DP, I'm guessing.
Enough to get the kill here.
Not
We need
quite
one
a
more hit.
kill. However, the safe jump will do it. Chuck's taking the first game right there.
Very methodical first round from Jakes to play really slow, right? Just try to maintain your distance. Look to catch Dr. Hex trying to overcommit in closing or punishing, and carry it on over from there.
And can I say, Tsubaki is just so good at catching you in the air, even blocking, and just stringing you all the way down. You see Chagas go for that all the time, especially with things like the air cancel with JD. And man, it's just so powerful to have.
Go back down to the ground. Unfortunately, put himself in the corner, but still able to get a hit. And with the ground Viper on the table, that's going to be a nice little confirm to be able to get the spin dash at the end. The JA barely connecting just in time before the anti-air would come out. And now Dr. Axe trying to play it slow, seeing if instead he can get Shakes to overcommit, but the 4D getting counter hit by the projectile, and that's the opening that Chase was looking for to bring him all the way back into the corner with 100 bar to play with.
We got command grabs here. Your throw ass will not save you. Okay. Blocking the JC. Preemptive juicy anti-air, real nice. Can we make Astral 2?
Optimal.
Okay.
Deny the burst and get the kill. Chakes for that first game.
He will be taking those.
Look out for the evil 3D lady stabbing you.
It's kind of funny because that Astro is like actually just a little detail where it's the lowest damage Astro in the game. So technically, if you were able to do it like while the opponent is at full health, it would not have even killed Susan.
If I'm not mistaken as well, like, I have to find the source on it, but the lore tidbit is that the damage the Astral does is the power scaling of the character.
Not the power scalers, man. I don't want those. I have enough of those. Please, have
I
mercy.
mean, it's the canonical power scaling, right? So that's why Susan has like the highest damage, or like the maximum damage Astral.
Look, man, don't give them ammunition, okay?
Nah, I like. Let me instigate discourse
Nah.
on the. I need content.
In the meantime, oh my god, how many juicy whiffs!
I think at some point you just decide like, okay, standing on the ground, looking up at my opponent like Willem Dafoe is not going to be the angle here, or maybe I'm just trying to meet an air-to-air.
I think they just decided, okay, I pressed it 2 times already, I'm gonna press it a 3rd time. And if the 3rd whiffs, I will have a 4th one. Ooh, clean
Like
DP
that.
there. We like that indeed. Especially, ooh, immediate burst from Dr. Hacks. DP unlocked once again.
As the God press to go with it, doesn't see that move get used all too much, but the DP into the cancel. Gonna land a nice little breakaway here for Chakes. Meets him air to air, but the JA counter hit is not, I think, hit too high to properly be able to get the conversion into the 2C on the ground. And that's gonna cost Dr. X quite dearly.
Here. Walk out the corner, real nice. Gets that glow though. Chikes running short on resources here. What can we do with it? Find the jump in. I don't think this kills. Yeah, this is not gonna kill unless he spends the overdrive. safe.
Blocks. Oh,
Ooh,
quick
whiff on
handshake.
that was regular throw, I think.
RC in time. IBs and sets up for the DP just like that. Shakes on set point. Both players with their burst available. Can Dr. Hex put one on the scoreboard, or is this going to be the end of his run?
We'll see how that goes. However, Chike's looking really strong right now.
Nice, big run up 2C, but sacrificing the combo, looking for that burst bait, but the 5D being pressed during the ODR is going to be setting up for a beautiful little punish here for Shakes. 3.7k damage, catches the back roll, but not able to get the full conversion off of it. There's the OD pop and meets him air-to-air with the air grab. What is this?
Oh, we got those. We got those. You love to see that. Okay. Fake C jump? Question mark?
My goodness.
Oh my.
I mean, I guess you could just break the game to do what you needed to do at the time. Oh, and the sweatiest OD pop you've ever seen, as Shakes is going to close this out with no chance for Dr. Hex to get that burst used. 2-0 finish.
Yeah, really clean confirms we're seeing there. That was one really cool confirm from the air throw by Dr. Hex for sure. Just, you know, 6B side swapping into double back hit. We love those.
That was impressive recognition of the combo potential, because you can keep it really, really simple with Susno, but needing to bust out the real spicy sauce there to get that side swap, which
I mean, look, some of the most beautiful things in fighting games is just when you blur the line between, is this even meta? Or wait, is this an actual practical combo? This is not meta, you're telling me?
I think the funny part is that the Susanoo community just has Adroth, who is an absolute lab beast to figure out all these crazy combos on Susanoo. Did you know that Susanoo's grab or his throw is jump cancelable?
I see where you're going.
Did you know that? There is just a routing he has with air dash off of the regular throw into like late first hit of JC into 6B. It's absurd what Adroth cooks up.
I mean, Adroth, I've seen some of his videos, and it's like I've actually lost count how many back hits from him I've seen in even a single combo. Might be in the double digits, you never know.
It may just be, but here we are. All first to threes from here on out. The Halo coming in from back, talking about back hits. It doesn't stop.
You know what they say, just things hitting you from the past, and that Halo was just that. Consequences.
The damage here, put him into the corner, sends out the Halo.
Oh, was that a whiff there throw? It might have been.
Might be, but it's very difficult. Like, what can you do there with the Halo? You don't see it on the screen, so you can't really gauge when it will return. So it was a good choice by Shakes to just offer respect towards that situation. Does end up using the 3C to escape. Footsies? Big fatal start. Is it enough to get the kill, though? We do have quite a bit of meter.
If
We
he
do have
spends
OD.
overdrive, it should be. Even without it, maybe.
Yeah, bats,
think,
bubble, bats. Yeah, that'll do it. Wow.
Sir, I will have to. I will have to ask though. You spoke of footsies. Does C-Mami into 5.5k count as footsies?
Yeah, it's footsies. Sometimes you just get driver rushed in Street Fighter, right? The footsie game.
It'd be like that. Oh my, this raid.
Oh, unfortunate little drop there for Shakes.
Big whiff. No punish from Benando.
Throw damage going. The momentum is really showing from both of these sides, but now we see Banan opting to go for the burst here. Has real good confidence in either taking the burst away from Shakes or making his comeback happen here and closing out game number 1. These players do have to play the first of 3, so that's going to be 3 wins they have to net before they make their way back into the grand finals.
Yeah. As of right now, though, looking real good for Banan. Ooh, that's not getting a full combo of that. However, the bubble will do it. Sharks maybe first to burst here. Maybe not. And
Yeah,
that one will
maybe
be
for
it.
sure.
Oh my god, it
What?
was meaty.
The meaty explosion, really?
Yes, sir. Gotta hold that.
I hate item throw characters, man. This is absurd.
I'm saying we need to band together. You know, a dock was made for Carl. Surely we can get one for Platinum.
We can all co-sign it as the EU representatives. Get this shit off my screen. Yo!
Wait a minute. Where's this coming from?
Huh? I
I was
had no
not
wait,
aware of this one.
that was not on my bingo card. What? The Terumi? Because like Chake's for the longest time I've only really known on the Tsubaki.
Yeah, me too. And even then, like, Terumi? I guess we're on Terumi now. We'll see how that pans out.
But I mean, like, you're. Alright, well, we'll see. Overdrive. Trying to air stall. J2D looking for the chase down, but immediately we see the fade away
not
from.
punishing.
I mean, Banana's playing is really smart, right? Just constantly just trying to play at range, a distance that makes it very tricky for Terumi to really do anything, right? Already being able to pressure 5B means so that it's nigh impossible for him to challenge it. He has to play around the JD. Ooh, that's big.
That's a big confirm there. We want our meter.
Overhead.
Confirms.
Let's go. Trying to stay as meter positive as possible. The 5C with the mommy card.
God. Burst? No. Burst, that's the Rumi.
Super Halo. Has to be careful though because
Oh!
Masenga is projectile invuln.
That was clean.
No, the drop
This
is
is the
the
kill
5A.
though.
Masenga. Ooh.
The 6C
Gotcha.
whiffing, allowing him for a punish. That was very close right there.
Oh, very nice.
Harry coming in.
Try to get the 2C.
No punish
Plus
the whiff
frames.
2C.
Man, it's nothing sacred. Just parries on plus frames. 5A anti-air. Both players trading into one another, but Shakes has to be careful here because even when you start running that pressure, there's quite a bit of gaps in Terumi's, or like more like frame traps in Terumi's pressure, which, you know, now that Banan has a single button DP, you need to really be careful. You can already see the respect being thrown out, but giving a little bit of distance means you have to play that 5B range, and that's not an easy task for Terumi.
It is not an easy one at all, and we're seeing that right there. He also did not have overdrive that whole round. Terumi, obviously one of the most overdrive reliant characters in the game. It's just night and day difference, really. Back right now, but how are we gonna use it? Early burst again. Terumi is one of those characters where you really cannot afford to just early burst like that, I think.
Yeah, like you said, the OD is very, very valuable that you might prefer to actually chance the ODR. Nevertheless, yeah, it's paying off horribly here, as I think that is going to be the second game going to Banan with the super to finish off. Is Chase going to stick to the Terumi, or are we going to find a third character, or maybe just go back to the Tsubaki? It didn't look too bad on the Tsubaki, honestly, to see a swap like this. Oh, we're sticking to it.
He's sticking to it. Okay, interesting. Guess he has been practicing, and he's confident, but I'm not quite sure how it's panning out here. But you know.
So far, it's not panning out.
Yeah.
Good
On
bait.
the DP, early burst. No conversion of the JC.
Oh, wow, that's a
Ooh,
big
that
low to hit
was
as well.
cheeky. Just the air stall into land low.
Little tomahawk to go with it. Very nice. And it's not going to quite be killed just yet, but it's going to be a good grip of damage. Down to the last hit for Jakes in this round, and I think that's one that he's going to go without the burst into the super. Banana now on set point 4, that grand finals position.
Indeed. Now, can Chikes make it back? Because obviously, if he has any chance at all, he's gonna have to do it all on the Terumi. So he needs to be confident here.
Yeah. Luckily, these 6Bs are hitting at a range where it's kind of tricky for Banan to get these extensions off of it, but man,
my.
the one button DP have a really good IB. Is going to open up a little bit of pressure, but drops the combo there. Plus frames. 6C chase down has to RC it, but man is not able to chase down Barrier, the main bane of the Terumi pressure.
Okay. Will be confirmed. We'll take the small ones. Now has the overdrive, the active flow unlock. Maybe we can get something. Early super that's not gonna kill.
You're going to spend all your meters, so I'm not too entirely sure about that plan.
Yeah, no, Terumi, like, he really likes that. To keep at least 54, he confirms. Many of them, in fact.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the name of the game is really only push for that kind of damage when you can assure the kill, but there's the OD pop from Banan with all these bats to go with.
How many?
6.
That's
the
bro,
3-0 finish.
You can just super and kill. It's fine. You don't need that many.
Stunt or die.
Fair. I'll allow it.
We will allow it, and just like that, Banan moving into the loser side of Grand Finals. Gonna get the rematch against Chakes. Hopefully this time without copious amounts of D6.
Indeed, so we'll be looking at the run back here. And, I mean, before, Chrono took all 3 games clean, but can you do it again?
I don't know about clean, we had desync, so... But yeah, definitely. Is there possible for repeat situation? Has the time away from Chrono given Banan the opportunity to think things through? Maybe cultivate a different approach to come at Chrono here, but you know, at the same time, it could also give Chrono a little bit of time to think over how the performance of that last set went and what does he need to shape up with to create a more dominating performance.
Does the repeat here include for desyncs or not? Because I don't know, I would rather not have those again.
Me neither. Me neither. Something else I'd rather not have is remaining codes. So, as you can see, Hoon tippy-tapping it away in the chat. We are down to our last 28 codes. We are also in our final game, so it's going to be the final shill. Exclamation mark, match Reno codes already, or link should already be in chat. Head on over, hit that claim code button, sign in if you haven't done so already, and once you've completed that process, you'll have contributed 25 cents to the prize pool. Every little bit helps, and you'll be supporting these players who are coming in bi-weekly to give you this free BlazBlue Central Fiction entertainment.
Or better yet, remember, you could be contributing, and you see that the nice 101 euros prize pool, that could be you. You could be winning it. What if you pulled up to the tournament? That is also an option. In the meantime, waiting for Chrono here. Okay, coming in.
Where is Chrono?
Where is he?
He is.
Okay. We might have lost Banan.
Maybe, but now just taking a minute because
Okay.
yeah, back-to-back to games. So for some people, it's not too much.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Wait, oh. Might have been a bit quick button swap there for Chrono. To the altar we go. Our last set of this evening. Who's going to walk away with the title this time around? Chrono or... I don't think Banan has had the chance yet to claim one, which is going to be quite the feat ahead for Banan, right? Having to win 6 cumulative games to Chrono only having to win 3 to claim the title.
Indeed. So, what is the round start looking like? Air backdash? We'll take those.
Yeah, again, it's a repeat of last time where typically you see Platinum's able to just take a quick disengage on the round start to acquire their free item, but to the likes of, well, one of the zoner characters, it's not really feasible because they can just take the space you're given to set up their game plan.
Yeah, no, Platinum usually a character who gets to dictate the pace of the match and control the space herself. Not in this matchup, so you better find a workaround for that.
Oh, Legacy Edge?
You will gonna have to hold that still despite your item super. However, you do have now the super cat hammer that may just be scary if you did not get clipped by those super active spikes. That could hurt and it would be very unfortunate.
That's the other thing, is that the spikes come out so late. So for somebody like Banan, who has to be either very reactive with the pogo, you have to check and make sure that you don't get caught up in like trying to call out opponent habits with the
yeah, like oh my, those spikes can be very, very pesky to deal with because they are very slow to approach. So by the time they are out, Lambda as they finish getting out with their hitbox, Lambda's already recovered for a while. And they also just hit so high, like even if you try to super jump air dash, it's still gonna clip you. There is nothing to be done about that. You need to commit to like super jump into double jump to go over them, things like that. And yeah, it can be quite the commitment to go over.
Should also highlight the patience here on the side from Chrono, because having the Lion Hammer is a very scary situation to deal with, right? You can just see, maintain the spacing, finally gets opened up by one last one. And there is the 3C getting clipped at just the very end. Could have almost finished off that game, but now it's going to be around a piece to both sides, with the burst situation being rather even between the two.
Indeed. No confirm of that, but we'll take the knockdown.
Parser being able to fly in and get that regular throw. Gravity Seed extension bring him all the way to the wall. The Spike Chaser, and look at the damage piling up. The burst is going to be coming online here for Banan, but trapped in the corner, is able to just barely get opened up, and we're losing quite a bit of health. We still have the Cat Hammer, but the Legacy Edge quickly pushing him back, keeping distance.
Yeah, here you're just stuck because, man, Gravity is just such a menace. So many characters, most of them in fact, just really struggle to get past it. And even once it goes off, it's so quick to recharge. It's just such a hassle to go through for really anyone without either hypermobility or some other trick to go past.
Right. And even when you just try to maybe challenge the Lambda at the other side or use some kind of movement tool, you end up getting potentially counter hit by the drive or other projectiles you're still able to utilize in that situation.
Yeah, because also not only does it just is it just an extreme hamper to your movement, but it also really enhances Lambda's conversions, because a lot of things that would not lead to further extensions mid-screen, while you're in Gravity, will lead to full combos.
Right, but when you don't have to worry about Gravity is when you are actually dishing the hurt out on your opponent with Banan, keeping Chrono locked down into the corner, not an opportunity to escape, and claiming a very confident round here. But we can see Chrono immediately backing away, just hanging behind the Gravity Seed, looking for that 6A anti-air, but let's be careful of the range that Platinum can play at, even without the Cat Hammer, right? Some of these normals that she has can reach quite a distance, and the slow run-up, and that's exactly the kind of situation that Banan is looking for. The big Cat Hammer, able to just break on through the Gravity Seed, and having Chrono's back now towards the wall, able to find another opening thanks to a frame trap, and sooner or later the burst the burst is going to be utilized, bring it back to full screen, the run through and the patience, but waits long enough to be able to get the punish on the second cat hammer.
You know, the gravity is a big issue for your movement, but it's most definitely not making your normal smaller. And the cat hammer goes kinda far, if you know. Same side.
Oh wow, the very last end.
And manages to pick that up. No extension to the corner though. We'll get that one. Get the burst out of the way. Oh my god.
Overcommits a little too deeply, but still able to get the stagger pressure to open up. But the run-up throw is enough to get the kill here.
I don't think it is.
Maybe the gravity seed at least has 50 meter. Find a way to get the super going.
It might be.
Yeah, just enough.
Yes, it is. 4.2k. This character is kinda good damage.
1k minimum damage super. We like to see it. Nice little airstring, and look at that, the hop forward immediately getting absolutely curbed in the momentum thanks to the gravity seed. And Chrono getting back to his usual pace that we're so familiar from seeing them perform at.
Nice to OD, the Shui will not allow for that though. Mistos coming in.
Ooh.
The Kumosier moments.
Nice Executive Blade, able to fade away before the overhead connects, and the patience there waiting just slightly to get Banan to press something. And now we're down to the last hit, and again, able to find the Executive Blade, slipping through some of these cheesier resets of pressure that Platinum likes to go for. And Chrono now one game away from taking the title.
Yeah, also just cheeky because Chrono, you know, really nice cross-up he got there. It would be very unfortunate if the character he was playing against had a flash kick for a reversal, you know?
Parry flash kick, don't...
I mean, yeah, but it's a flash kick input, you know?
That's true.
We do not care about cross-ups in this house.
That's true. Oh, that is...
Middle.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see right after ODing. Having your burst locked out on a fatal starter. Eey. What do you got? Bomb down.
Back here. Burning his jump action. Oh no, conversion there.
Yeah, when trying to deal with platinum bombs, you have to quickly make a decision and try to see which variant they ended up using. Okay, very nice. The 60 able to break.
It took like 3 normals to break that box, man. Come on.
Yeah, hey, you spent 50 bar for it, but this might be a really good spot for Chrono if you can get that last hit, the counter hit to do it. Stealing the round from the Clutch's defeat, especially with Banan sitting all in that super present. Could be a really tough one to break away, but with the burst available, one round from securing the win, and immediately the fade away, just catching Banan, trying to approach, being a little frustrated.
Okay, flash kick on the overhead. We'll take that. Catches the Chuchudi just barely. Oh my god, auto burst bait. We're not converting into the combos.
Oh, wow, the low, the aggressive burst here from Banan.
That's a counter that's gonna hurt. That's a reversal super that leads to a combo countered, sir. Enjoy.
Okay, 4.4k does get the slide head effect there. Again, another opening. It's time for Banan to try and push Chrono in towards the corner. If you can keep him trapped in here.
Yeah, Chrono fully out of resources, but Banana will have to make use of this. Gets the first hit, it will not be enough. You need to find another one.
Yeah, the 5A combo scale looking pretty rough here, but trying to survive it. Does jump away from the low mommy, has the RC. Do we get that extension in time? Can we finish the combo, bring it home? The last hit, it does find its mark, and Chrono gonna do a repeat of before, finishing it off 3-0 and becoming this Bbeuobi bi-weekly champion, the number 36.
Yeah, very nicely done. Just a really clean set for a clean trio for both winner finals and grand finals. You love to see that. And with that, it will be done. We are done for the day and for this bracket. So,
Yep.
And still 28 codes remaining.
that is a lot of codes, guys.
Oh,
We need
24,
to claim the
24.
code.
Now it's 24.
24? Okay. Going
Okay,
somewhere.
good.
We're
Good
getting
moves,
there.
Good moves.
I think we just don't end the stream until all codes are gone.
You do not get to leave until it's all finished.
But I need to go to bed.
Send it to your friends. Make them claim codes.
Friends. Okay.
Friends. Oh yeah, we don't have them here in the CF. My fault. I forgot. We only play Central Fiction. Send it to your Central Fiction acquaintances.
Send them to your colleagues.
Yeah, send them to your colleagues.
Yes, work mail. And then you get fired the next day, but it's worth it.
For that one-time code claiming bonus.
All right. Thank you, everyone. And a special thank you again for Tuki, who actually contributed 2 times this time around with $50. Euchre,
Okay.
of course, our beloved commentator, 25 as well. Thank you so much for direct contributions. And there was another one, Seal. He dropped in extra $4 as well. So we are above $100. Thank you, everyone. This is a top 4 split. So even the 4th place will get a little something out of it. And yeah, I'm not that great at talking and stuff, so...
Go to Outplayed.
Come to Outplayed, yes, of course.
We need everyone there. Everybody.
I mean, even if you're just watching, just come on in.
No. You need to attend. Watch in person.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay, good.
You can watch the stream when you're there as well, so it's fine.
Yeah, you wanna watch the stream? Come watch it from the venue.
Exactly. That's what we do at the smoking area. Every time.
I see.
All right then. Thank you, everyone. In the end stream, I'll show the Outplayed. What's it called? A banner. Yeah, with the dates and everything, so you know when and where and all that good stuff. All right, but I guess that's it. Thank you, everyone, and see you again in 2 weeks.
Peace.
And done. Oh, player list wasn't updated. No. Huh? What?